Now, a while ago on the channel we looked at this, the custom ROM. Now what this is it's a simple, easy to use custom ROM which is designed to be private and enable users to de-Google. Now, one of the ways that it does this is it has its own built-in app store, and apparently a lot of people are quite concerned about that, because although it lets users get away from Google Play and whatnot, there's a little bit of worry about where the apps actually come from and whether or not they're clean or potentially infected with malware and that sort of thing, which for a company that's supposed to be private and secure is a little bit worrying. So as it ends up, the applications apparently come from a place called Cleanapkorg, which that's a little bit sketchy because this isn't a sort of a known name. It's a bit of a weird website, it got people worried, understandably. So I wanted to go ahead and test out for myself whether or not these apps are clean or not. So what I did is I went ahead and downloaded several APK files, several from the App Store or Cleanapk, one from F-Droid and one from Google Play. So the apps I got for testing are Discord and F-Droid. Oh no, Fennec rather. And the reason for that is essentially I knew that the Discord app was up to date, and Fennec just because why not, I guess. So let's go ahead and test these out. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be verifying the hashes of these files, and if they match it means that they're clean. So let's go ahead and open up a terminal and a text editor and let's see what happens. So first let's verify the eApps one, so let's make a note of that. Let's go ahead and drag that in so you can see it happening. And there's our hash there, so let's just go ahead and copy paste that into there. And let's then go ahead and get our Google Play app for Discord. And let's go ahead and drag and drop that into the terminal and then see if these two hashes match. So that's Google Play. And in theory, indeed, yes, those two do match, which means this particular APK is in fact clean. So let's also go ahead and try out Fennec to see if that's clean too. So let's first go ahead and drag and drop the one we got from the App Store. Now one thing I will point out about that is actually the version from the App Store is slightly out of date, which means it's not pulling it straight from F-Droid. But that's to be expected, I guess. It wasn't hideously out of date, nor was the Discord APK. So there we go, we have the hash here, and that's for the eApps version. And now let's verify the F-Droid version. So if we go back into F-Droid, and let's drag and drop this again, and in theory these two should match. And indeed, yes they do. Now that also means that this app is clean too. Now what I will say about that is, although these two apps were clean, that doesn't necessarily mean that the rest are. Now more likely than not they are, and that probably means that if you're just a average user and you just kind of want to use some basic essential apps and stuff, using the App Store will probably be fine. But if you're someone who has a need for security, I would probably consider not using this, even though these two apps are secure. But that means that if you're using the operating system, you're using the built-in App Store, you can probably keep doing that just fine. But what I would say is, probably don't take it from me, make up your own mind about this. But with that said, that's been an experiment to see if the eApps are clean. I hope you found this useful, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.